Hello everyone. So in yesterday's class, we have learned displacement, velocity and acceleration, and one box I have given you, okay, as a note point. Now, already we have learned what is the time period, okay. So one more time, how to measure the time period and what is this or what is its expression. Let's see. Time period, that is capital T, okay. What is the time period? So generally what we can say, the time period is nothing but time taken by a particle to complete one oscillation. Yes, time taken by a particle to complete one oscillation. To complete one oscillation. Obviously, to and fro motion about mean position, right or wrong? Yes, to and fro motion about its mean position. When we can say that one oscillation, that I will show with diagram. So let us take one example. I'm taking one example of simple pendulum. So just for understanding, listen here. Now, this is a fixed support and suppose here is the pendulum and this is a bob. Okay. Now, when I'm giving a little pull, then this will come this side, right? So after that, when I'm releasing this, then again it will come back to its original position and also this side. Yes, right. So we can say that this pendulum is going here, again here, and again coming back to the original position, or it will swing like this. Yes, no. Now, so if I am pulling here this side, let us suppose this is position A, this is B, and this is C. So I'm pulling this side and leaving. So when it is going till point C and coming back to point A, then I can say that that is one oscillation. If you are counting at point B, so you are pulling from B, and when again it is coming back to B, then also it is a one oscillation. Or if even you can take from C, or where if you are dropping from C, again coming back to C, then that is also one oscillation. Understand? Clear? So I am showing you another diagram like this. Suppose I am just denoting some positions like this. This is position 1, this is position 2. I am taking a straight line oscillations, okay, straight line oscillations. So this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. So here these two means which C and A are the extreme positions, right? And this is what? Mean position. What is this? Mean position. So time taken to go from O to A, or here it is A to B, B to C, C to B, and back to A is your one oscillation, right? So I'm writing in one line here A to B, B to C, comma C to B and B to A is what your one oscillation. A to B, C, then C to B and B to A is your one oscillation. Understand? What is that? One oscillation. And whatever the time taken to cover this A to B, B to C and C to B and back to A is what? Your one oscillation. Clear? Now time period I want to find. So already I know time period formula, capital T is equal to 2 pi by omega. Capital T is equal to 2 pi by omega. Let's suppose this is, or let's call it as equation number 1. Now we know in SHM A is equal to minus omega square y, but I am not taking minus, only I am considering magnitude. Only what I am doing, considering magnitude. So that's why I am not keeping minus sign. Okay. Now from this, can I write omega square is equal to A by y? Yes. Omega square is equal to A by y. And therefore, omega is equal to under root of A by y. Right? Any doubt? Omega is equal to what? Under root A by y. Okay, got it. Now from equation 1, let us suppose this is equation number 2. Now see here, from equation 1, can I write like this? Omega is equal to 2 pi by T. Yes, this is your equation number 3. Now from 2 and 3. From equation 2 and 3. This is also omega, this is also omega. So what you are getting? 2 pi by T is equal to under root of A by Y. Clear? Hai? Okay. Now take reciprocal. So T by 2 pi is equal to under root of Y by A. And therefore T is equal to 2 pi under root Y by A. This is what the time period formula. Okay. T is equal to 2 pi under root Y by A. So therefore, can I write like this? T is equal to 2 pi under root displacement divided by acceleration. Okay, nahi? Yes. Displacement divided by acceleration. This is what your time period formula. Clear? Understood? Right. So note down this and let's move ahead. Now, second, what is the frequency formula? And one more thing here, if the oscillations are very high, then it is not affecting the time period. Okay, means what? If suppose pendulum is there and you have pulled so much, then also that much time only to complete one oscillation. Understand? So it is not depend on amplitude. Clear? So keep it in mind this. So next one, now frequency. So see here, and I am denoting it with F. How you can define frequency? Yes, number of oscillations completed by a particle in 1 second, right? So number of oscillations number of oscillations completed by particle in 1 second. Number of oscillations completed by particle in 1 second. It's called frequency. And can I write like this? Frequency is reciprocal of time period. Frequency is what? A reciprocal of time period. And therefore, F is equal to 1 by T. Backside only, we have learned the formula for T. Yes or not? Here it is. 2 pi under root y by a. Now 1 by T we want. So F is equal to, what we will get? 1 by 2 pi under root of a by y. Right? 1 by 2 pi under root a by y. This is what the frequency is. One more relation between omega and frequency. How we can write this? See, we know this is one formula. T is equal to 2 pi by omega. So therefore, omega is equal to 2 pi by T. And therefore, omega is equal to 2 pi into F. Pi, because this is again I can write 2 pi into 1 by T, and this 1 by T is nothing but frequency. This also you know. Omega is equal to 2 pi F. Or even we can denote it with nu or n also. Frequency, see here, I am writing one line. Frequency can be denoted by F, comma, F or n or even nu also. Keep it in mind. F or n or nu. These three. Anything you can denote. Choice is yours. Clear? Understood? Clear? Hai? So note down this frequency and all. Finished? Okay. Let's move ahead. Next one. Average speed and average velocity of a particle in SHM. So if we want to find average speed and average velocity, then how to find? Let's see. So this is average speed and average velocity of a particle in SHM. That is simple harmonic motion. Right. Now see, first of all, if I want to find average speed, so average speed, when we are finding, what we are doing or what is the formula in straight line also we have used. Average speed means what? Total distance covered, total distance traveled, we can say. Total distance traveled divided by time taken, total time taken or time taken simply. This is what time taken is. Now when distance traveled we are taking, above it is suppose 2a, down it is 2a. So total how much? 4a. So can I write like this? 4a by t. Okay. Now this T value is what? 2 pi by omega. 2 pi by omega. This is what T value. So this omega will go up. So what we are getting? See, 4a omega by 2 pi. And this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So what is the average speed? P average. P average is equal to 2a omega by pi. 2a omega by pi. And now this is what we got, average speed. Now I want maximum velocity. We know, we know what we know. We know phi is equal to what, ray? A omega cos omega t. And V max also we know. V max is what? A omega when cos omega t is 1. Therefore, can I write like this? P average is equal to 2 by pi into A omega, and therefore P average is equal to 2 by pi into P maximum. Okay, understand? P average is equal to 2 by pi into P maximum. Clear? This is maximum velocity. Now, average velocity we are going to find. So next one is finished about average speed, and here now average velocity, that is also in one oscillation. Average velocity in one oscillation. Now see, one oscillation means what, ray? When particle we are leaving from one particular position, it will come back to its original position. Yes, at that point only. From where you are leaving, it will come back at that point only. So therefore, here average velocity means bar I am keeping now, vector. So here you are getting total displacement divided by total time. Now total displacement is equal to how much here? Total displacement should be 0. Why? Because it is coming back to its original position, or from where we have left. From where we have left, right? So this is 0 by t. So therefore V average is equal to how much? 0 for one complete oscillation. Understood? Yes, clear? This is what average speed and average velocity of a particle in SHM. Clear? Eh? Okay, so note down this. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now, next one, expression for time period and amplitude in terms of Vmax and Amax. So next topic, expression for time period and amplitude in terms of Vmax and Amax. In terms of Vmax and Amax. Okay, right. Now, okay, so see here, Vmax already we know how much P maximum, A omega, and where it is at mean position, hai na? Already we have learned this, at mean position. Next one, maximum acceleration, A maximum is equal to what? A omega square, where it is at extreme position. This also we have learned already. At EP, EP means what? Extreme position. Now let's see What happens if I will divide these two? V maximum divided by A maximum, that is maximum velocity divided by, or maximum speed divided by maximum acceleration. Then what we are getting? Yes, A omega by A omega, right? So this is equal to A omega by A omega square. This A and A will get cancelled, and this omega also will get cancelled with this. So you are getting 1 by omega. Now omega is equal to 2 pi by t. So therefore, P maximum divided by A maximum is equal to, omega is 2 pi by t. So direct I am taking reciprocal, t by 2 pi. है ना? T by 2 pi. And therefore, time period t is equal to 2 pi. If you want one more step, you can write here. That is 2 pi by t. Understand? And that's why t will go up, 2 pi down. So this 2 pi I am transferring here. 2 pi into V maximum divided by A maximum. Okay, I got this also. One more formula for time period. Clear in terms of velocity and acceleration. Now again amplitude I want, because here I have given heading amplitude also I want to find. So what I am doing now, V max square is equal to A square omega square. Okay, and A maximum already I got. What is that? A omega square. Let's divide these two. So V maximum square divided by A max is equal to A square omega square divided by A into omega square. Now this omega square and this omega square will get cancelled. A will get cancelled with this. And that's why I am getting amplitude. How much amplitude I am getting? Amplitude A is equal to V maximum square divided by A max. This is what? Amplitude which we got here. Understood? Right? Okay, so note down and try to understand. If did not understand, please call me. So let's stop here for today. Bye.